All right, recording.
Hey, howdy y'all. I'm Cole. I'm gonna run SIG Azure today for Jace. Good to have all you on the call. Looks like most of our agenda consists of an update from Call on where various efforts are upstream, but it appears that we do not have Call on this call. So I'm going to suggest we move to announcements. It looks like there's two of those. I'm guessing these are also from Call as well, though. I don't necessarily have all the context on these. Jace, do you happen to know what both of these announcements are referring to?
Let me scroll down there and take a look. 2 peers merging. Unused flag removed from scheduling API. This is just the work that Kyle did to clean up the API. It's not actually Azure related. It's more something that was not a real used flag. So it's sort of us doing a little bit of public service. And the rate limiter stuff is that merged? Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, it's merged. So that's cool. And that's going to help with all those crazy ARM calls that get disable people's accounts. Yeah, so the one thing I know is, and I put these in here, the bugs tracked for 110. Just slightly up from announcements, there's 3 that are not in the milestone, but I just wanted to have us take a look and make sure that that if they need to be in the milestone, that we put them there, and if not, then we won't worry about it. We'll make sure that it gets hit for a 1.10.x or 1.11. Well, actually, it'd be both because the cherry pick is automatically mastered. But what I want to avoid is having these be a showstopper, because any issues in the milestone are considered release blocking. So that brings us to the following 3, which just want to make sure that those should be in the milestone. So meaning that 110 will not ship if any of these are not resolved. So we need to get all hands on deck to make sure that either these are resolved or accepted as a risk in the 110 release. So that I would like to have that done today if possible. There is this fixed instance ID for VMSS nodes. It looks like it's just missing an LGTM. I can do that, but I would much rather have somebody who's better at reading this code than myself do that. So if anybody's willing to look into that, great. And if you don't have the permissions to LGTM it, you can let me know and I'll do it on your behalf if you feel confident that this is safe to merge. I think that's pretty much it.
First one, if you guys could have a look. I tried to ping someone, but...
Is that 60101?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I spent the night over, and I think I pinpoint the issue. I'm not particularly ready to push a PR for it, but I like the root cause is clear. So and now it's just a matter of, technically disk detachment doesn't work when you're detaching more than one disk on the same node. So this is I would say this is just personally I would say it's a blocker because we're being blocked by this, but but I think it could be easily fixed, hopefully.
Okay. So why don't we do this? Let's make our best effort to try and get a PR in before code freeze, which means basically it's got to be done and ready to review this week. If we can't do that, the chances of holding up the entire release based on this one issue is probably not super likely.
Yeah. So how far back can you guys cherry pick now?
Well, if it's a bug fix, we can speed it all the way back. We can go back to 1.7.
Okay, cool. Even if 110 is released.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, there's a very well set precedent for cherry picking cloud provider bug fixes back three full releases. Now, what happens is that the further you go back, the more merge conflicts you have and craziness there. But so if you try and make your pull request as simple as possible, and it's usually pretty good.
Cool. So yeah, if I'm not sure who's best to look at it and make sure that whatever I discover makes sense, but I was trying to get Khaled or what's his name? I guess Fisky or Yeah, Ping Fei, but I think Ping Fei is pretty busy. So
Yeah, definitely CC or assign it to Khaled Henedek to get that in there, because he will be the best person to review that, I think, to start. And Cole, if you have time, I mean, you're an expert reviewer as well, so.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take a look.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, and thanks for raising that up, because that is a use case that is undoubtedly going to come up. So, but we can get it into 10.1. I'm sure.
And Cole, if you need more, if my text is unclear, feel free to ping me.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Looking at the agenda here, I don't see a lot of other things unless there's any questions or updates on 110 priorities that Jace can offer. For my own edification, I'm kind of curious about explicit MSI. Jace, do you know if there's any updates on explicit MSI, when it might be going to preview, anything like that?
I don't. I think Cal had some update there, and he was going to share it, and no Cal. So let's hit that in the SIG Azure channel. But otherwise, I think we're ready to adjourn. So.
Okay, great. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks, Jace.
Yeah, thank you for running the meeting.
Sure.
All right, take care, everybody.
Cheers.